Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the murky waters of Camp Crystal Lake to talk about one of horror's most iconic and unstoppable slashers, Jason Voorhees. Grab your flashlights, check behind you, and let's get started. What makes a monster truly terrifying? Is it their look, their weapon, or is it the sheer, relentless, unstoppable nature of their pursuit? For Jason Voorhees, it's all of the above. He is the ultimate boogeyman, an embodiment of brute force and supernatural endurance. He's been shot, stabbed, drowned, electrocuted, and even sent to space, but nothing seems to keep him down for long. This isn't just a man in a mask. This is a force of nature, an engine of destruction that plows through anything and anyone in its path. He doesn't run, he doesn't speak, he just walks. And he always catches up. This relentless pursuit is the core of his terror. You can't reason with him, you can't outsmart him. All you can do is run and hope you're faster than the person next to you. But where did this force of nature come from? To understand the monster, we have to go back to the beginning, to a summer camp and a tragic story. Jason wasn't the original killer of Crystal Lake. That title belongs to his mother, Pamela Voorhees. Driven by grief and rage over her son's supposed drowning, she enacted her own bloody revenge on the camp counselors she blamed for neglecting him. In the first film, she was the villain. Jason was just a memory, a motivation. But with his mother's death, something awakened. Jason, who had survived and lived in the woods for years, rose to become Camp Crystal Lake's avenger. He's not just a mindless killer, he's a protector of his domain, a twisted guardian angel avenging his mother and his own tragic childhood. Every counselor who sets foot on that cursed ground is, in his eyes, a trespasser deserving of punishment. It's this tragic backstory that gives his rampage a layer of twisted sympathy. Now, you can't talk about Jason without talking about The Mask. It's as famous as the character himself. But interestingly, he didn't even wear it in the first two films. It wasn't until Friday the 13th, Part 3, that Jason, after dispatching a victim named Shelley, finds a simple Detroit Red Wings hockey goalie mask. And in that moment, an icon was born. Before the mask was a disfigured man hiding his face. After, he was something else entirely. The mask strips him of his humanity. It's a blank, emotionless canvas onto which we project our deepest fears. There are no tells, no flickers of emotion, just two dark, empty eyes staring back at you. It transforms him from a man into a symbol, a faceless specter of doom. That simple piece of plastic became one of the most recognizable images in all of pop culture. And what's a slasher without their signature weapon? For Jason, that weapon is the machete. While he's been known to use literally anything he can get his hands on, an ice pick, a spear gun, a sleeping bag, the machete is his true calling card. It's a brutal, practical tool, perfect for clearing brush in the woods, and in his hands, perfect for clearing a path through a cabin full of teenagers. The image of Jason, hockey mask on, machete in hand, is burned into our collective consciousness. It represents a raw, primal kind of violence. It's not fancy or high-tech. It's visceral and direct. The machete is an extension of Jason himself. Simple, efficient, and absolutely deadly. It's the final piece of the terrifying puzzle that is Jason Voorhees. One of the most fascinating things about Jason is his evolution. He didn't start out as the supernatural zombie we know and love today. In Part 2, he's a more human, albeit incredibly strong and deformed backwards killer. He's cunning and sets traps, but he's still mortal. It wasn't until Part 6, Jason lives, that he was resurrected by a bolt of lightning, transforming him into a truly supernatural undead powerhouse. This was a game changer. It explained his inability to die and opened up a whole new world of possibilities for the franchise. From this point on, he was no longer just a man. He was a revenant, a zombie, a demon, and even, in Jason X, a cyborg. This constant evolution has kept the character fresh and allowed him to adapt to the changing tastes of horror audiences over the decades. There's no denying it. Jason Voorhees is a certified pop culture icon. Even if you've never seen a Friday the 13th movie, you know who he is. You know the mask, you know the machete. He's transcended the horror genre documentals. Homage become a part of the global cultural lexicon. He's been referenced and parodied in countless movies, TV shows, cartoons, and commercials. He's on t-shirts, lunchboxes, and action figures. He stands shoulder to shoulder with Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, and Darth Vader in the Hall of Fame of iconic villains. What is it about this silent, hulking killer that has captivated us for so long? Maybe it's the simplicity of his design, the purity of his mission, or just the undeniable cool factor of that hockey mask. Whatever it is, his place in pop culture history is set in stone. Jason's reign of terror isn't just confined to the big screen. His legacy has slashed its way across almost every form of media imaginable. There have been novels that expand on the lore of Crystal Lake, comic books that have pitted him against other horror icons like Freddy Krueger and Ash Williams from Evil Dead, and of course, video games. From the notoriously difficult NES game in 1989 to the much-loved asymmetrical multiplayer Friday the 13th, the game to release in 2017, fans have been able to step into the world of Crystal Lake themselves, either as a terrified counselor or as Jason himself. This multimedia journey has kept the character relevant and allowed new generations of fans to discover the legend of Jason Voorhees, ensuring his story is told and retold in new and exciting ways. A character this iconic needs a physical presence, and over the years, many actors have stepped behind the mask to bring Jason to life. While Harry Lehman played the young Jason in the first film's jump scare ending, it was Warrington Gillette and then Steve Daskowitz who played the burlap sack-wearing killer in Part 2. Richard Brooker was the first to don the hockey mask in Part 2. But for many fans, the definitive Jason is Kane Hodder. Starting with Part 7, The New Blood. Hodder played the character in 4 consecutive films. He brought a unique physicality and a sense of contained rage to the role. He even developed a signature move, the heave, a deep guttural breath that suggested a monster seething with anger just beneath the surface. Each actor brought Matty's own unique touch, but it's Hodder's dedication that cemented him as a fan favorite and a legend in the horror community. Finally, we have to talk about the sound, that iconic whispery sound that signals Jason is near. Many people think it's ch-ch-ch, ha-ha-ha, but it's actually ki-ki-ki-ma-ma-ma. Composer Harry Manfredini created this brilliant audio cue by manipulating the voice of Betsy Palmer, who played Pamela Voorhees. It's an echo of young Jason's voice in his mother's mind, saying, "Kill, kill, kill, mom, mom, mom." It's one of the most effective and unnerving sound designs in horror history. It's not just background noise, it's a part of the character. When you hear that sound, your heart starts to pound. You know that he's out there in the dark, watching and waiting. It's the perfect auditory trigger for fear, and it's as essential to the Jason experience as the mask and the machete. From a tragic boy to an unstoppable killing machine, Jason Voorhees has carved out a legacy that few horror villains can match. He's a symbol of relentless dread and a pop culture superstar. His story is a testament to the power of a simple, terrifying concept executed to perfection. Thank you so much for joining me on this trip to Camp Crystal Lake. What's your favorite Jason moment or movie? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of horror. Until next time, stay safe and stay out of the woods.